Hi guys, welcome back to Metropolis, and I thought I'd come on here today and do a little video on how much I love the NES, or the NES, or however you pronounce it from wherever you're from. So a few weeks ago I finished reading the NES Compendium by Bitmap Books, and this brought a lot of memories back for me on how much I love the NES. NES was one of my first ever consoles. Actually, it was my first console. And as you can see up here, I've got some classic NES characters. We've got Scrooge McDuck from DuckTales, Darkwing Duck from Darkwing Duck, Mario from Super Mario Bros. 3, when he's in the raccoon flying, the special power up, and Bucky O'Hare from Bucky O'Hare. And then behind my head, got some Mega Drive there, but this is all about the NES. Yeah, so reading the book, it brought back a lot of memories for me. And my first computer was the Commodore 64, and one of the first games I ever played, Bubble Bobble. And if you know me well, I've probably mentioned it quite a few times in different videos how much I've played that game. I've done arcade high score challenges on it. Yeah. So me and my friends used to get together and we would play on the Commodore 64. But I always found it frustrating sometimes because the cassettes were not always loaded up. They would take ages to load. The joystick you'd use sometimes was a bit, clunky, at least mine was, unless I just didn't have the skills back then. And then when the NES came along, it was so much easier to play the games. Why? Because they all came on cartridge. You just stuck them in, power on, and they would load up for you. Of course, sometimes it wouldn't work, and then you do that myth of blow that, and it would work more often than not. Seemed to work for me anyway. Oh, the dead spider fall there then. Ugh. Anyway, hasn't been touched for a long time, clearly. Yeah, so I was reading through this book, and it brought back a lot of memories. And there's one question that I was always asked on YouTube. Well, not always asked, but quite often, in like 10 gaming questions, VRs, like Sega or Nintendo, and I would always say I like both, and it was hard to choose between them. But after reading this book, I'm kind of leaning more towards Nintendo at the moment. But I do still love Sega for obviously Sonic, Streets of Rage 2 especially. Many things. Yeah, so this book, I definitely recommend it. Lists all the NES or Famicom titles in there. And just opening the pages to some brought back loads of memories. So obviously I've saved this one because it's all about Bucky O'Hare. Tells you when it was released, the company as well. So this was released in 1992. I love the 90s. I love those years. And it was amazing game. But then they got interviews in here. They got other games like The Guardian, Legend. Like, there's many games in here I haven't heard of. That was a shoot 'em up. And I've started making a list, actually, of all the ones. Oh, there you go. This one looks like it's based on Samurai Pizza Cats. I'm making a video game of that coming up next year. And I made a list of all the games I've never heard of that looked really good that I wanted to play. And I have started playing through some of them on my good old arcade cabinet. You can't see by here. And yeah, it just got me thinking. It made me really happy reading through that book and seeing all the different titles. And it just reminded me of all the fun times I had with my friends playing those games growing up. Now, growing up, I didn't realize this at the time. I didn't realize how unpopular the NES was in the UK. I think it was more popular in like America and across seas. A couple of my friends in school had one, but not many people now. I come to think of it, and my friends I knew growing up in the street, we all had different consoles. Like one of them had the Master System, one of them had like a Mega Drive, Dreamcast, Saturn. It went on and on. I was the only one with the NES. So we would get together over mine and we would play games such as, I love this one, Super Mario Bros. 3. I remember coming home from school, I think, or maybe coming back from school on the weekend, and I remember my dad was going into Cardiff, and I said, "Oh, can I go with you?" And then my mum was like saying, "Oh, you won't want to go when you see what we've bought you," and it was this, and I love this game, amazing game. But actually, I did want the Dakota card if I still went. Yeah, so Super Mario Bros. 3. Still got my originals in the collection. And what's so cool about this, guys? It's got a Woolworth sticker at the top of it. How awesome is that? Yeah, and then a lot of these memories come from just like spending time on these games with my friends, having a laugh, like Turtles 2, the arcade game. We did complete this. We did complete Super Mario Bros. 3 as well. And then when you go back to play some of these games as an adult, they're so bloody difficult, aren't they? I don't understand it. And then it's like, the amount of lives I lose on them. And actually, if it wasn't for save states on some like my modded Xbox, I would not be able to finish those games, such as, I'll show you this one, Blaster Master. Love this game. I think you go underground to try and retrieve your pet frog, but he's mutated because of like a chemical spill. And you're like in this little car in the middle screen there, but you get out and then you go into like these little mazes, find the boss, kill him. It's like a mutant underground. A great cartoon, actually. Is this ever made into a cartoon? Is anything similar? Let me know in the comments below. So I did play was it like a remake or remaster of this on Switch? I played that, awesome, like Blaster Master Zero or something. Haven't played any others. But yeah, I have completed this game, the original, only by using save states, because the last boss, how anyone can do it, if you do it, I'll take my hat off to you. I'm not wearing a hat. But anyway, you get the point. It is absolutely solid. So well done to anybody who conquers that. Wow. Another fun favourite was Tom and Jerry. A lot of my games on the NES, you will realise, are all cartoons I really enjoyed growing up. And they just happened to be really good games as well. It wasn't just a shoddy game, they're pretty good games. This one, I think you've got to rescue Jerry's cousin, is it Tuffy or something like that? Let's see if I can't see it on the back. Yeah, Tuffy, his nephew Tuffy. He's been kidnapped by Tom, and you've got to go through all different levels of the house, like the attic, even the garden. Have finished that one as well. And then The Simpsons Bart versus the World. That was pretty cool. Difficult, but I think I've done that as well. Have I done that? I have a feeling I can say that for all of them. Like back then, you didn't have so many games to play. I know I've got quite a collection now, but so you like replay them. In modern day games, I don't replay them because there's so many games out there now, and some of these are so big to complete. I mean, a couple of these games you can do with like an hour to 2 hours, you know, providing you don't die and lose life after life after life and start again and start again. Some of them, of course, came with cheat codes or like passwords so you could like save your progress. So that was cool. Another one I really enjoyed on the NES was Shadowgate. Kind of like an old point and click adventure type game where you go into a dungeon. I can't remember what you exactly were doing. A hidden key unlocks ancient castle's door. As it creaks open on rusted hinges, the whisper of a dank still wind delivers this chilling warning. Danger awaits you. I remember I had to fight a dragon. There was like wizard stuff. If your torch you were carrying like died out, it would be game over. You had to keep it like lit. Yeah, but that's cool. That's got I think that's got a remake as well. One of my all-time favorites. I remember the music to this is always in my head. It always comes on as soon as I watch this. It's like, what is it? NES Open Tournament Golf. Yeah, me and my mates must have spent many hours in this game, on this game. And this would save your shots as well, so you could rewatch them, like if you got a hole-in-one, or like a albatross or an eagle. And we got a fair few, and I think some of them are still saved on this cartridge, so I'm going to have to see if I can find them and do a video on that. That'd be cool. Hook, one of my favourite childhood films growing up. This was a difficult one. Only managed it, I definitely remember I have finished this once or twice. Maybe not the best game in the world, but still pretty cool back then. Ah, yes. DuckTales, some of the best music in this ever, like the Moon theme on that level. Obviously playing as Scrooge McDuck, going in search of treasure. Have finished this, bought the remake as well on or the remaster. Was that PlayStation 3 a few years ago? That was really good. Of course, the original voice actor Scrooge McDuck passed away a few years ago, but I think he did voice Scrooge in the remake as well, so that was awesome. So of course, another Disney cartoon I really liked. So cool they can watch these on Disney Plus now as well. But also, same with Darkwing Duck. This was a difficult one. But did finish it. Okay, just inflating my own ego here. Yeah, finish that. I've left some games up that I haven't featured today, though, that I haven't finished. That are really difficult. But yeah, really enjoyed Darkwing Duck. Go to like different places again, and then every like level has a themed boss at the end from the show. Like, oh my gosh, I gotta try and think of some now. Crackerjack, he's like that clown-looking duck thing. Megavolt, is that his name? Again, comments below. And another following on from Disney. This is like part of the Disney Afternoon collection. Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. Now, we had such a laugh with this game because you could play as Chip and Dale on 2-player. You could pick each other up and throw each other into the enemies. Yeah, really, really good game. Capcom, really good game. Capcom. And that's why they're good games. And of course, my all-time favourite, Bucky O'Hare. Special price, $24.99. There you go, from Virgin. Love that. And yeah, finished that a few times. Claim to fame, Tuba's High Score Challenge. I picked that game, Bucky O'Hare, on the NES, and I was the only one in the challenge to complete it. The video was 1 hour 40 without using a continue. So that was awesome. Man, I nearly didn't make it at the end though. I was losing loads of lives. And of course, the last game I've got to feature, which I showed you earlier, of that dead spider whoever's gone. I was done there. The first game I played on the NES, obviously, was Super Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt. And yes, I was one of those people that at times held the gun to the screen to shoot the ducks. You know? But yeah, reading that book, by the way, this is from like Bitmap Books, and they've done loads. I've got a Commodore 64 compendium to read as well. I've got the Art of Point-and-Click Adventure games. I love those. I've got, and also about Japanese role-playing games. I'm not sure if they've done a Mega Drive one. They might have to have a look, because that is one I'd be interested in getting. And then I'll probably come and do another video, so I change my mind. I actually prefer Sega, but I love them all, in honesty. But yeah, I wanted to come on here to share some of those memories of you. Yeah, really happy days as well. I think that's why I love my childhood nostalgia so much, is because they were much happier times, you know, and less troublesome times. And I still enjoy them to this day. This is why I like having these up on displayed in the games room, the math cave, so you can just see them, just to be reminded of those times, you know. Anyway, guys, what I would like to hear from you is, did you own a NES? Did you play on your friend's NES? Maybe got any good memories? Let me know in the comments below. And if not that, do a VR or something. That'd be cool to see. Anyway, guys, hope you're all doing well there. And as ever, boom, gonna play some NES soon.